Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? You come out the gate 2-4 and look like a bunch of dogs, and you got the entire NBA scratching their head about, maybe this isn't a great thing they got going on in Brooklyn. You're playing a team that is 1-5, 1-3 in their own building. And not only do you lose to them by 20 points, but you go wire to wire without a lead. Wire to wire. Are you shitting me, Brooklyn Nets? Oh boy. How far ago is the opening tip against Cleveland with the 12-2 lead? And feeling like, oh shit, this is going to be something special. Because ever since that opening 3-4 minutes, this club has been dominated on the road. Save maybe a quarter or so against the Wizards, dominated by the likes of Orlando. And now Sacramento dominates the Brooklyn Nets. And my biggest fear when I watched that Orlando game is like, oh shit, athleticism is going to be a problem for us. And gee, what are all these young teams that stink? They're athletic. And they don't stink when they play Brooklyn. Because Brooklyn right now is a colossal mess. And who do you want to put in the firing line at 2-5? Of course, the main culprit, in my opinion, is the leader. The ball-less leader. The 13-point, 7 assist, 2 rebound, 5 for 13, 4 turnover leader, who is maybe the biggest mistake in franchise history next to giving up Julius Erving. Might be the biggest mistake in franchise history. Darren Williams. Now, I'm always picking on him. A lot of other blame to go around. And we're going to start. We're going to start today with Nets management. Bob, what do you mean Nets management? Here. Every single friggin' Net fan that I know scratched our heads when Jason Kidd was hired. We've been yearning for a coach since Chuck Daly. We've been dying to have a real, credible coach in our organization since then. And we've watched all these guys come in, Calipari, Avery, Carlissimo, Kiki. We've seen them all come in and all be there. Now we have a veteran-laden team, and we hire Jason Kidd. 2 problems with Jason Kidd. Number 1, he's an icon for your franchise. He's maybe the greatest Net in history, other than Julius. So you're going to have a rough time addressing problems if he's a poor coach. I mean, you just put his friggin' number in the rafters. How do you oh boy, this isn't working out? Because I'm going to tell you right now, this ain't working out. Now, Jason, get the problem? Listen, here's how it works in sports. When your team shits the bed over and over and over again, the coach is the guy that goes. You can't fire players. Bob, it's 7 games. Okay, you tell me what's going to be different. You lost to Orlando by 20, Sacramento by 20, you're 0-4 on the road. Cleveland outplayed you from after those first 2 minutes, they outplayed you the entire game. The Wizards outplayed you 3 out of 4 quarters and in the overtime. So, in other words, what? We're going to get more athletic? We're going to guard better? We're going to be able to stop guys like friggin' Marcus Thornton, scored 24 points. Isaiah Thomas, 19. Vasquez, 17. Vasquez was a plus 22 while he was on the court. Plus 22. DeMarcus Cousins didn't even have a good game. He was 15 points. He was in foul trouble, and we lose by 21 points. So chemistry is going to change this. We're going to start gelling. Kevin Garnett's going to become a better shooter. Every night, the guy makes 2 shots and misses 8. Every night. Every single night. Every single night, Darren Williams misses more than he makes. Every single night. And Joe Johnson? Good Joe, bad Joe. 3 for 10. 3 for 10. Brooke Lopez, ironic. Brooke Lopez. If you woke up this morning and you looked at the box score, you see 16, 9, 5 blocks. Well, you tell me, what kind of game did he have? What kind of impact did he make? Let me tell you something. And listen to the Nets postgame. Guys on the radio side do a great job. The TV side is a disgrace. Shouldn't even have it. It's almost like, hey, let's wrap this up. We got to go. You want to look at a post-game show, switch over to MSG and watch the Knicks post-game show, because I love watching Knicks post-game when they lose. You get 3 guys analyzing the game. You got interviews with every single player. Nets, fluff, boom, boom, let me get out of here. Nancy Newman, they interview one player and they're gone. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. And then I got to listen to Jason Kidd, who, listen, man, you tell me. Let me ask you this question. If Doc Rivers was here, what would his press conference be like after losing to Sacramento by 20? You think Doc would be like, let me tell you, think Doc would say, you know what? We ain't that good of a team. We must have been reading our own press. Do you remember last year when Brooklyn went into Boston, smacked them around? There was the little incident with Garnett and Humphries. Do you remember Doc Rivers' press conference afterwards when he called his own team soft? He said, right now we're soft. Right now Brooklyn must think we're pushovers. Did you hear that? Here's a guy with a little, like pissed off. I'm a Net fan watching this disgrace, and it's taken every ounce of energy in me not to break something as I watch the Sacramento Kings walk up and down the floor, score at will, and I watch my team look like a bunch of pickup guys playing in LA Fitness. And I got my head coach saying, well, it's a process. We got to get to know each other. We got to believe in ourselves. You have a team that required your owner to pay $89 million friggin' dollars in tax, and you are 0-4 against Cleveland, Orlando, Washington, and Sacramento on the road. And if you count the quarters, what is that? 16 quarters? 15 of those 16, you have been outplayed. This isn't like, oh man, tough losses. You've been outplayed in 15 of the 16, maybe 14. Maybe I'm wrong. 14 of the 16. And even if I'm even wrong, even if it's 13, it's a disgrace. It's an absolute embarrassment. And where's it getting better? Tell me, where's it getting better? What's going to happen? It's going to make this better. We're going to get younger. We're going to take some kind of a potion. Pierce, 4 for 12. And hey, was I right or wrong when I said more Reggie? The team's down by 22. Reggie goes on a court. They cut it to 12. Reggie Evans does good things. Put him on the floor. He can't play 12 friggin' minutes. He needs to play 20 minutes or more. He plays 12 minutes. He comes up with 6 rebounds. Guess what Reggie's numbers were plus minus? Take a guess. +8. +8. The rest of the team, without him, was minus 20. The team was minus 21. He was +8. Put him on the floor. Yeah, everybody picked on Wallace last year. Everybody but this guy. I supported Wallace. I know he's offensively challenged. I know he killed us. But how nice would it be to have a guy like that on the floor right now? How's he look compared to Kevin Garnett right now? Kevin Garnett can't do anything. He looks like he's retired. It's sad. It's sad because he's a warrior. He's one of the greatest players ever. But you're seeing one of the greatest players ever past his prime and basically looks like he's done. I'm not saying he's not going to make a contribution. I understand it's 7 games. But so far, we've got almost on a daily basis, on a nightly basis, we're seeing 2 for 9 with mediocre defense from Kevin Garnett. So I don't know how it's going to all of a sudden turn around. Now, of course, players go into slumps, they can come out of them. I get it. But this guy is up there. You know, Reggie Evans gets on the floor, things happen. He gets a loose ball. He'll get in a little tussle. He'll bang bodies with somebody. You know, this starting lineup, this rotation needs to be drastically shifted. Something has to be done, J-Kid. Something has to be done. I don't know if you get in anybody's face. I don't know if you do that. You probably don't. Which is another reason why we scratched our head when they hired you. You're a year removed from playing with these guys. And now, how do you get in their face? How do you challenge them? How do you get in Joe Johnson's face and say, Joe, are you shitting me? 3 for 10? I mean, the guy's 6'7", 3 for 10. This is a disgrace. This is a disgrace. This is going to be the LA Angels of the NBA. You're optimistic? You think this is going to get better? Now, everybody might say, oh, just get to the playoffs and the game slows down. Okay. All right. So, in other words, let's just get the 6, 7, or 8 seed, and then we'll go from there. And then all of a sudden, we're going to become tough, and we're going to be warriors. This is a problem, folks. And I'm going to tell you, I've been saying it for a year. Number 8 may be the biggest mistake in franchise history. Because everything that's come since number 8 was because of number 8. Let's get Darren Williams. Now we have to satisfy him. So let's get Gerald Wallace. And I loved Gerald Wallace, his brief time here. But you traded your number 1 pick for him, which turned out to be Damian Lillard. Okay, didn't see that coming. A lot of people haven't, I understand. And then look what's happened from there. This team last year, you think Avery Johnson and P.J. Carlissimo have a little smirk on their face right now? You think they do? Avery was at one point 11-4 out the gate last year. Now I know he went 11-11. Carlissimo, look at Carlissimo's record. Look at Carlissimo. I think I like Carlissimo yelled. Carlissimo got pissed off. I got Jason Kidd sitting on his hands while Hall of Famers, while the team that was talked up to be championship contenders are losing games on the road to teams that do not know how to win. Look up Cleveland, look up Orlando, look up Washington, and look up Sacramento, and look at their combined record. You lost to every one of those teams, and you were outplayed in 90% of the quarters. 90% of the time on the floor, you were outplayed. And I'm supposed to believe that that's chemistry? Bullshit. Bullshit. Because effort has nothing to do with chemistry. You put Reggie Evans on any NBA team, anyone, and Reggie Evans is going to pull down 13 rebounds, score 4 or 5 points, and make a couple of plays, get 2 or 3 50-50 balls. That's effort. Has shit to do with chemistry. Now, you telling me Kevin Garnett missing 18-foot jumpers that he's made his entire career, that's chemistry? You're talking about, you want to build chemistry, you got the wrong guy at the top. You got the wrong guy. Darren Williams isn't the guy to build around. And yeah, we're stuck in this muck and mire. We are stuck. Absolute disgrace. You think they're going to beat Phoenix? Okay. I'll give you Phoenix 3-5. LA Clippers? Ha! Please. Please. I think I could score 11 points against this net defense right now. How? Give me the ball, high screen and roll. They don't come out to protect the jump shooter. I'll knock down jumpers. Give me a little space, I'll knock down jumpers. And I am 46, 74 injuries, ugly as sin, and I'm white. And I'll score 11 points against this friggin' Brooklyn defense. Horror show. horror show, massive issues. And don't give me any more shit about it's early. It's alarming is what it is. It's alarming. Anxious to see Friday night in Phoenix. Anxious. Leave me alone.